Hey everyone. Okay, so yeah, this chapter was pretty much everything I ever could have asked for in terms of Endeavor, in terms of the Todoroki family, in terms of Toya, in terms of just every part of the Todoroki, just every part of bringing the Todoroki family history, its trauma, all that stuff, just bringing it all to a affirmative close in this chapter. And right out of the gate, obviously the thing we need to talk about with this one is how Endeavor makes the big announcement that yeah, after all this is said and done, he's retiring. Like he's stepping away as a hero, and that in essence he admits Toya won. Like he's he's stepping down because he feels after everything that's happened, it's the only way he can truly repent for everything he's done. He's going to just he's he's going to spend the rest of his life just trying everything in his damnedest in order to repent for everything he's done for the Todoroki family, to his family, but especially to Toya. He said himself he is going to spend every waking moment, every single day, coming to see Toya, and just spending time with him, so he can, like, true. He's truly repent. He's allowing Toya to say anything he wants to him, to say anything, to just vent everything he feels, everything Toya feels about his father to him. It's like it's he Endeavor in this chapter is in every sense of the word punishing himself for everything he's done to everyone he's ever supposedly gotten close to. And it again it's the probably the most it's let's be honest with ourselves, it is probably the most heroic thing Endeavor has ever fucking done. Like he's Endeavor has just lived a life of just nothing but cursing his family with all the baggage, all the bullshit, all the trauma, everything. He's only ever cursed them with all this bullshit in their lives. And to him, this is the only way he can ever truly atone for it, is just by focusing all his attention on Toya now at this point. And I not being a hero, not trying to reconstruct his family, just trying to be there for Toya. Like Toya is like they often say misery loves company, and in a way this is kind of exactly what that is. Like he's on top of Endeavor punishing himself, he realizes that they are Toya and Endeavor are in a way two sides of the same coin. That they're both kind of products of both kind of products of each other's baggage. And it's again I'm really liking how even though I like the family's attempt to kind of throw themselves into this too, but let's be kind of honest with ourselves. They the Todoroki family after this point, like majority of the people, like Fuyumi, Natsuo, as we saw by the end of it, they pretty much told Endeavor what they're planning to do, what their next steps in life are, and that's kind of the thing with them is they're the ones who are going to be moving on with their lives, leaving Endeavor behind. And it's probably and but so even if they want to do exactly what Endeavor does as well, of continuing to visit Toya up until the day we finally finally dies, that they themselves don't really have much room in that. I don't think they themselves have much room in this particular fight anymore. Like all they can do is just continue to go on and live their lives without Endeavor, without Toya. I think is what they can do. And I do like how that in itself is also kind of a that in itself is also I do like that angle of it as well, that apparently that pretty much Toya is pretty much on death's door. Like it's revealed that at some point he's been his body's been so damaged, his body's been so banged up by just everything he's been through, that at some point he is in fact going to die. And I feel in a way that is kind of a very nice way of it. I think like resolving this whole saga as well is basically this whole saga of the Todoroki family. It in a way had started with pretty much Toya like having come back from the dead, but now it's going to end with pretty much Toya's death as well. Like it's kind of a nice way of tying it all back into how it began and how it's going to end, kind of thing. And let's pretty much let's also kind of talk about that moment too, where Shoto just asks Toya the very simple question, what's your favorite food? And as Shoto leaves, Toya answers soba, and we see him just finally like letting go, like crying his eyes out, that kind of thing. And this is where I get into super like probably reading way too much into things with this, but just from the way I think that Horikoshi was trying to frame this one, like frame that scene, I think what he's been trying to get across this entire time with Toya is that however much Toya himself has been an absolute like insane maniac, just murder zombie in a way, I think what Horikoshi is trying to get across in this particular moment, and especially with Toya like responding to Shoto, is that ultimately from however much he has hated his lineage, he's hated his family, he's hated his father. I think deep down inside of Toya, somewhere deep down, there was always that part of him that really did in fact care for Shoto. Like, I think he not just because they're brothers, but because they had both suffered in similar ways due to Endeavor. I think in some weird, twisted, fucked up way, he did find a sort of he did feel a sort of feel that sort of need in order to protect, need in order to be there for his brother, even if it was as kind of the villain. Like, I don't know, like it's kind of, again, the whole Todoroki family in itself is completely fucked up. So it's like, I'm not gonna pretend what was going on in Toya's head at that time, but it's like, I think Shoto is the only one who can pretty much who can understand and probably connect with Toya in that particular sense of things. Yeah, that's probably what I'm getting at. Sorry, I couldn't figure it out in my head, but yeah, and honestly, just as a whole, honestly, with everything I've been saying, I think this is honestly like the perfect way Horikoshi pretty much could have like wrapped up the whole fucked up saga of the Todoroki family. Just them confronting Toya one last time, having Endeavor be the one in order to shoulder the burden of saying, I'm gonna be here right up until your dying day. I am no longer abandoning you. I abandoned you once. I'm not gonna do it again. Like, and then everyone else moving on with their lives. Like, again, it's the best way you could have possibly ended this saga, having Endeavor just shoulder everything, and then letting his family kind of move on with their lives. I might have some problems with how Horikoshi's handled this story as a whole, but the way he has handled this conclusion for the Todoroki family, masterful. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. From on Twitter, Analyst Crunchyroll, push the notification bell, the subscribe button, and just share it around, guys. Dark Knight of Night signing off. Later, everyone.